Hello, it's good to see you again on this latest episode of Cultural Mosaic. And as usual, we'll be updating you on the local culture scene before giving you a closer look at stories that feature the people, places and events that are embracing parts of Vietnamese culture. Now in today's edition, be prepared to be inspired by homemade gardens and unique flowers and to move along with uplifting reggae melodies with German ragaboon. Stay tuned. Unique flowers brighten up city life. Duo Ragaboon brings diversity to German festival. Thai dances captures Vietnamese hearts. Let's first review some of the notable events that took place over the past week. A large cave was recently discovered in Dong Van Karst in the northern province of Hà Giang. Now, this cave has the highest point of around 100 meters with a total length of 200 meters, along with many stalactites. Initial estimates say the cave could be millions of years old and the most beautiful cave in Dong Van Karst. Local authorities are drafting a plan to protect the cave and introduce it to the tourists. The cave has both tourism benefits and scientific value. 17 artifacts, including paintings, sculptures, and ancient pottery donated by artists and collectors from Da Nang and the Central Highlands, arrived in Da Nang Fine Arts Museum on Thursday. Now, this exhibit of these new artifacts will take place as part of the 40th anniversary celebrations of Da Nang's Liberation Day. The items themselves have been upheld by experts for their artistic value. Founded in July 2014, Da Nang Fine Arts Museum is a venue dedicated to the preservation of the arts heritage of the Central Highlands region and a place to honor valuable works of art by national and international artists. Over recent years, with the support from local painters, sculptors, and collectors, the museum now possesses over 300 valuable objects. Chống quân singing is a genre of folk music popular in the northern Vietnam that features a unique drum beat and the call for response of alternating groups of singers. Recently, preserving chống quân has become a concern of both people and authorities in many of the northern provinces. In the following story, we'll visit Dạ Trạch Chống quân Singing Club in Hưng Yên province to see how this art form is being practiced and taught in local schools.
This is a typical rehearsal session in Dạ Trạch Chống quân Singing Club. This 20-year-old club, which has won several awards, is renowned throughout the country for its stellar performances. Twice a month, Chống quân singers from this club gather at the village's communal house to rehearse traditional melodies.
Bây giờ cái tuổi là 71 rồi, thì bây giờ mình cũng về cõi về phía đằng sau rồi, thì là hôm nay cũng làn điệu dân quân này dồn lại cho các cháu sau này để nó giữ lại những cái tồn tại của các cụ ngày xưa. Mình giữ lại của các cụ ngày xưa, bây giờ mình lại phải đưa cho con cái cháu giữ lại của mình.
Hiện nay là chúng tôi đang cố gắng, thứ nhất là củng cố cái đội ngũ của anh em trong câu lạc bộ, làm sao hát tốt và làm sao diễn tốt. Cái thứ hai là chúng tôi đang mời các cháu trẻ thay thế dần lớp già đi.
Since 2011, Dạ Trạch Primary School has made chống quân singing a part of their music classes. Local singers have composed folk songs that are suitable to children and have volunteered to teach them. In schools where the teaching of chống quân singing cannot yet be implemented, singers have held introductory sessions to help the students there understand more about this folk art.
Cháu rất thích hát chống quân bởi vì hát chống quân là một phong tục truyền thống của quê hương cháu ạ. Mai sau cháu có đi ở đâu thì cháu vẫn nhớ phong tục truyền thống quê hương của mình.
Trong ban giám hiệu cũng hết sức ủng hộ việc đưa chống quân vào để dạy các em học sinh. Thế nên chúng tôi làm cái dạy hát chống quân rất là thành công. Và đến nay thì các em đã nắm bắt được rất nhiều bài chống quân của quê hương. Và bây giờ mỗi một giờ hát chống quân là học sinh rất là hứng thú.
With their enthusiasm and passion for Chống Quân singing, folk singers in Zache commune are helping to preserve and develop the country's cultural diversity.
This year marks the 40th anniversary of diplomatic relations between Vietnam and Germany. To celebrate this occasion, the German embassy in Vietnam organized the 4th German Festival in Hanoi on March the 28th. Let's now take a look in the following report.
A highlight of the event was a performance by dancehall and reggae band Ragaboon, who displayed the country's diversity with songs in German, Spanish, and English.
Beautiful day here in Hanoi, Germany, Vietnam, 40 years of partnership, you know?
I'm impressed by the sheer number of people participating in this event, a mutual interest in this relationship between people and countries.
Attendees at the event were treated to German cuisine, beer, dancing, art, and had the opportunity to learn more about Germany through presentations made by German companies and students.
Không khí ở lễ hội thực sự là rất sôi động và nhiều âm nhạc màu sắc rất là đa dạng. Một không khí thực sự là tiêu biểu của văn hóa Đức.
Đại sứ quán đã tổ chức để mang lại rất nhiều thông tin cho những người học tiếng Đức cũng như những người sắp học tiếng Đức hoặc những người yêu nước Đức. Bởi vì nước Đức là một nền văn hóa rất là lâu đời và thực ra cũng là có một nền kinh tế rất là mạnh.
All of the event's activities took place over the course of just 8 hours in one venue, the Vietnam Exhibition Center for Culture and Arts in Hanoi.
Chương trình này là rất quan trọng để mọi người Việt Nam hoặc là người Đức mà ở Việt Nam có cơ hội để gặp gỡ.
This event was one among a series of activities held by the German embassy to celebrate the 40th anniversary of the Vietnam-Germany diplomatic relationship.
So that's a recap of what's been stirring up the local culture scene over the past week. And now Culture and Lifestyle will be sure to cheer you up with unique flowers and gardens. For someone living in urban areas, having a custom-made garden filled with various and unique kinds of plants sounds like a luxury dream. However, if you do have an idea to plant your own flower bed, combining with a little patience and a big love for the nature, get your plan underway today. I'm sure you'll be inspired after watching our footages in the following report.
What you've seen are some beautiful shows of some kinds of flowers. Interestingly, most of them are of foreign origins and are being planted here in Hanoi. So how can they survive the weather condition here? Let's find out more about the tips of planting and gardening, shall we?
This is Nguyễn Thành Sơn garden. Despite its modest size, he is working with urban gardening ideas to put his green fingers to work. Since passion for flowers started when he was a child. At first, he started with a green corner in his home. Gradually, he thought of inventive ways to garden in the front yard and experimented with new varieties of flowers.
Cái quan điểm của mình là nếu mà trồng với những loại hoa mà mọi người đều trồng hết rồi thì nó cũng không có gì là thú vị nữa. Thì mình tìm đến những cái cây mà ít người trồng, vẫn có người trồng nhưng mà ít, thì mình cảm thấy nó thú vị hơn khi mà những cái cây hoa, cái cảnh của mình khi mà mình trưng lên thì nó sẽ hay hơn.
For him, living in the middle of a thriving metropolis did not mean he had to give up his love for gardening. Many apartment residents have rooftops or balconies they can grow plants on, but how to make use of these limited spaces to plant rare seeds is a daunting task for gardeners like him.
Cái vấn đề quan trọng nhất là nhiệt độ. Bởi vì bản thân là ở Hà Nội cái mùa hè rất là nóng, nó phải lên tới khoảng 37-38 độ. Và đặc biệt trên cái môi trường sân thượng thì chắc chắn là nó sẽ lên hơn nữa. Thì mọi người cũng phải chú ý cái chuyện đấy là làm sao mà khống chế được cái nền nhiệt độ nó hợp lý hơn. Thì đấy là cái điều mà cần lưu ý nhất, nhiệt độ và độ ẩm.
While he was experimenting, Sun encountered many difficulties and failures. However, the more challenging the work was, the more motivated he became. Sun now has hundreds of strange flowers, which are very rare in Vietnam. Rosemary, ranunculus, and roses that are rarely seen in Vietnam can be found in Sun's garden. Each of them has its own characteristics and requires different care. Nevertheless, these difficulties cannot challenge this gardener. To him, his passion can make things easier.
Thường thì mình phải dậy sớm hơn một chút. Và khi về thì mình cũng phải từ bỏ một số cái thú vui. Với mình mà được ngắm những cái cây hoa mà do chính tay mình trồng, mình gieo hạt lên ra hoa thì đấy là cả niềm vui lớn. Thì cái đấy là cái bù đắp lại rất là lớn.
Sun does not hesitate to share his planting techniques and tips for flower lovers in Vietnam. These tips have accumulated during his 4 years of urban gardening. He says that flower growers have to put a lot of efforts into growing beautiful flowers. Urban gardening is not a new trend in Vietnam. However, not everyone can afford rare flowers. Many flower gardening groups have been launched in Hanoi to provide a place for the community to discuss and share tips. When there is a will, there is a way. The unique flowers are helping to balance people's lives, and with some creativity, you can bring the garden to the city and embellish your life.
You are tuning into Cultural Mosaic, our weekly journal featuring the rich cultural diversity of Vietnam and vibrant international cultural events happening around the country. We hope to become the bridge connecting artists and their works with our viewers out there. So don't go away. We'll have a lot more on this week's installment coming up for you in just a moment. We do hope that the custom-made flower gardens have inspired you in some ways and given you some ideas to do your own. And our next piece on today's Cultural Mosaic is Artists on the Mic. We just saw a few glimpses of German band Ragaboon, who rocks dancehall, Latin and reggae music. The Vietnamese audiences last week had the chance to see them live as they were the spotlight act at the German festival in Hanoi. In this week's edition of On the Mic, VTV reporter Huynh Thi sat down with the band after their performances in Hanoi.
It's a beautiful day here in Hanoi, Germany, Vietnam, 40 years of partnership, you know? Escúchala bien.
Since their foundation in 2000 by multi-talented brothers Paco Mendoza and Don Caramello, Ragaboon has been supplying their broad fan base all over the world with high-quality reggae, Latin, and dancehall. Performing at the German festival with their backup band, the Dubby Conquerors, Ragaboon has showcased Germany's cultural diversity through songs in German, Spanish, and English.
First of all, thank you very much for joining the show today. How do you guys feel now after performing in Hanoi and Ho Chi Minh City?
We are very, very impressed about the people here, how they get our show and share the vibrations.
Music is a wonderful tool. Once again, we've seen that because you can get in touch with people who, well, a lot of people understood German, but others didn't, so they felt the music, and music is like an international language, and it was so great seeing this, and we really love Vietnam.
Do you have anything else to share?
Well, I didn't expect that they were so active. At the first, I thought they would come about 20 people, and then the hall was full.
That was incredible.
Yeah.
How did you find out about this opportunity to perform in Hanoi?
We have a good booking contact for Asia, so we were playing in Asia before, but Vietnam, we were also invited by Goethe Institute. It's a German institution who brings like German culture, but for us it was a great honor because we are like representing a new Germany. We don't sing only in German, we sing in Spanish, we sing in English, we sing in Bavarian, we sing in Switzer, yeah, in French. So for us it's a great opportunity, and it's very nice to see that the German institutions support music, raggamuffin music. That's very, very cool.
Your music is very hard to define as just one genre or one language. Why is that?
We grew up in Latin America and Germany, or in Switzerland and Italy, so we always had like two sides of the story. We always knew two different cultures, and this is also influencing our music.
So you know, music got such much shades of colors, and there's so many forms to express with the music. So we move basically most in Caribbean styles, right? But we put on rock elements, Latin elements, hip hop elements, and something like that, and create our own.
Following up on their sold-out debut album, Raggaboon released their second album, Mere Sound, in 2012. The musical range in evidence on the album is suggested by its title, which translates as More Sounds. Thanks to the support of their large fan base, Raggaboon self-produced their third album through crowdfunding. The album is due for release in June.
And the Derby Conquerors.
Where do you draw your inspiration, and who are your influences?
Well, we are very open to influences. We're traveling a lot. It's like a blessing from above that we can travel such a lot, and this is such a great inspiration.
It's like to reflect what happened in your life. So we try to reflect it and try to express ourselves with that.
When I travel, I try to get the music from there, to understand the music, and yeah, maybe to bring something from it in my own music.
What is the message that you want to send through your music?
The most important message is love. We really are convinced that love is like the key for getting us together. We aren't so much into nations, into borders, into different races, because we think all is one. This is also one of the reasons why our music has such a big range, because we love like so much different people. We get so much different, in touch with so much different cultures. So love for us is the key to get together.
Yeah, I would say love and respect. Respect ourselves, respect the next one, respect the planet.
Your third and upcoming album is self-produced through crowdfunding. How did you manage to make that happen?
It's a new way of living with your music.
There was a big support. The people were writing, they were sharing our message, and they supporting us. But it's a lot of work. So because you have to put in, you have to make a video, you have to make a concept, you have to explain to people what you will do with the money, you have to put in goodies, so the people say, okay, I will give you so much, and you came to me in my living room, and we play that.
Another important thing is like, we had very bad experience also with the big labels in Europe, so we decided to work with our fans, because it's so much nicer than working with managers and working with this label stuff. Yeah.
Can you share with us some of your future plans?
Right now, sadly, it's the finish of our Asian tour, But we expect to come back as soon as possible, and we will put it on all our websites, ragabund.de, so people get in touch with Ragabund, and you can see when we come back to Asia.
Well, thank you all so much for joining the show today, and I hope you have a safe return to Germany.
Okay, come on you.
Come on you.
Der Luca, Ragabund und Caramello hier in Saigon für euch. Es ist ein wunderschöner Tag. It's a beautiful day. Run the rhythm. Ay. Un día hermoso aquí para toda mi gente. Ich gehe raus, alles ist im Blut. Sonne scheint, ja, es geht mir gut. Was gestern war, interessiert mich nicht mehr. Gestern war ich noch richtig down, alles hat ziemlich reingehauen, denn dein Abgang war echt nicht fair. Oh no, das Größte denke ich ist verdaut, vielleicht nicht ganz, aber ich glaub, dass es Zeit ist, Wärme zu spüren. Hey, du bist weg und es ist mir gleich, wo du bist, was du tust. Baby girl, ich genieße den Tag without you. Beautiful day without you. Beautiful day, a beautiful day without you.
That's the story of German band Ragabund and how uplifting beats and their love for the music inspire them, as well as Vietnamese audiences. Next, we'll be off to Thailand. And now if you go into Thailand, you will not miss the shopping center and, of course, authentic food along the streets. And if you spend more time in this land of smiles, you will be introduced to Thai culture through its traditional dances. Now, you don't have to go anywhere. Just sit back and enjoy these folk dances brought to you by 25 dancers from Thailand right here in Hanoi.
The dances are well received by tourists. And one of those is the mask dance, a pantomime dramatic art form. A dance that based on an epic folk tale. Now performed in Hanoi by 25 dancers from Thailand.
I'm here in the fitting room where the performers are preparing for the show, so let's meet them. Hi, Sawadika. How are you?
I'm fine.
So can you explain what's going on here? Like, what are the costumes for?
This is Thai costume from Thailand, Bangkok, Thailand. I come from Bandit Patanasin Institute. I come to show the classical dance, the folk dance, and traditional dance.
This is Supanamacha, a golden mermaid, the queen of the ocean. She's being pursued by Hanuman, the monkey king, and also the soldier of King Rama. Hanuman's job is to capture Supana because she was creating obstacles, destroying the bridge King Rama was trying to build across the ocean. The two dancers playing Hanuman and Supana made an immediate connection with the Vietnamese audience when they came down from stage and mingled with the crowd.
I've been practicing this dance for 4 years. I chose to study this dance because I want to preserve the unique traditional dance that helps me define myself as a Thai person. And I'm amazed at the reaction of Vietnamese audiences, especially the youth.
Khon, or the mask dance, is the easiest dance to recognize due to its use of distinctive marks.
The most well-known masks are those of the monkey and demon.
The most important things about Khon and Thai folk dances generally are the costumes and masks. It requires much time and skills to make one single mask. Also, the postures using body language are significant in Thai folk dance. This hand gesture means come here, and this means go.
When you come like this.
Women's costume involve a significant amount of jewelry because the dances were performed in the royal court. Dancers also wear heavy makeup to match their costumes. Now, perhaps you are familiar with the cockfighting, a traditional game that entertains both Thai and Vietnamese people.
Trong những tiết mục hôm nay thì tôi rất thích ấn tượng với tiết mục sợi gà. Người ta miêu tả những động tác kiểu rất giống những như là sợi gà thật.
Thai people use complicated costumes to impress the audience.
สำเร็จรูปอยู่แล้วมีทั้งเสื้อแล้วก็กางเกงแล้วก็แค่ใส่ปีกมันส่วนใหญ่มันก็ไม่มีอะไรลำบากค่ะเพราะว่ามันเป็นชุดที่แบบสำหรับการแสดงชุดนี้เลยค่ะแล้วมันก็จะทำให้เราสบายตัวทุกส่วน
Đây là lần đầu tiên tôi đến một cái chương trình giao lưu văn hóa giữa Việt Nam và Thái Lan. Nhưng mà điều làm tôi ngạc nhiên nhất là sự tài năng của các bạn ở học viện. Mình ấn tượng nhất với điệu múa tế thần đầu tiên.
As a neighboring country and fellow member nation of the ASEAN bloc, Thailand has a very close relationship with Vietnam. And these Thai traditional dances have brought Thai culture that little bit closer to Vietnamese people.
That brings us to the end of this week's Culture Mosaic, and as always, remember to send us your comments and suggestions at culturemosaic@vtv.vn. You can always watch repeats of our program online at vtv4.vn. And now, thank you for watching. Remember to catch us at the same time next week. Goodbye for now from Hanoi.